Namaste. Namaste. From today onwards, the next three classes, today is the 17th. We have, I think, 4 more sessions. 3 more sessions. Yesterday was 17th session, I think. Good morning. Namaste. Shri Matre Namaha. बहुत डिस्टर्बिंग है ये एप्स्टीन फाइल्स. जो एप्स्टीन फाइल का ये सारी स्टोरीज आ रही हैं, इनको देख के लगता है कि सही कारण ही देवी ऐसी इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे रही हैं कि सब तक श्री विद्या पहुंचाओ. शायद इतनी जो मेल कॉन्शियसनेस है इस लेवल पे गिर चुकी है कि देवी की ऊर्जा की तो अधिक ज़रूरत है. छोटे छोटे बच्चों को ऐसा कर रहे हैं. मतलब अगर आदमी पावर में आएगा तो ये समाज पावर को ऐसे सीरियस हिनियस क्राइम्स करते हुए नहीं देखा है, क्योंकि वो माँ होती है. वो मूल प्रकृति का रूप ही वही है, राइट? शी इज द डिवाइन फेमिनिन एनी वे. एवरी गर्ल, every child carries the seed of innocence. But if this is what power and wealth does to men in our society, then the power should be stripped away. And this is a huge lot of blame I would give to society for having only male deities, for only promoting this male god concept on this earth, and women also to continue to adhere to that format and never questioning it. Never questioning it. Right? In India, especially, I see this. Pati Parameshwara. But in Shree Vidya, we say both Parameshwara and Parameshwari. And we say Devi is supreme. Because no female consciousness is not capable of such heinous. Because she has the womb. God has made her in such a way. The universe has created the feminine in such a way that if I was to choose patriarchy or matriarchy, I would gladly choose matriarchy. At least my daughters would be safe. But whenever we give unsolicited power, right, anybody's hand, look at a country like America, right? Look at a country like America. Superpower status. The whole world is looking at America as a role model, capitalistic role model. The definition of wealth that the US sets is disgusting. It is at any cost, at any price. Wealth is supreme. No matter who is paying a price for it. The American standard is this: as long as you are rich, it's all okay. Your people could be suffering, you could be selling drugs, right? You go see the homeless people in America, most of them are drug addicts. They are not homeless because of poverty, they are homeless because of drug addiction. I've lived there. I know the exact mindset of these, countries. It is disgusting, which is why I never wanted to live there. I ran away from there with the whole years of work visa, which is very difficult to get. For artist visa, it's very difficult to get an artist work visa. That also, I said, to hell with it. Who will live here? The whole structure of their economy is designed to make you work like a dog. Certain people are controlling everything, even in the supermarket. You cannot, even in the name of organic. Organic salads in America are all GMO vegetables. It hardly makes a difference if you're eating organic, you'll still get inflammation. Healthcare is pathetic. They were giving Valium to college kids. My friend went there for a migraine treatment. UCLA, I'm talking about. But the medical setup is such that you're giving Valium, a drug that is so addictive that she went into acute depression just to get rid of Valium. You promote this Friday, thank God it's Friday. It's only for the drinking culture, where girls are literally turning into whores for the night, just for a few drinks. You go to a bar, and the girls are ready to go with a guy just because he's going to pay for their drinks. This is what you've turned society into. And that is promoted as cool, that is promoted as evolved, progressive, that is promoted as progressive. And a humanitarian system which takes care of everything else, not just money, is looked down upon. We are called a regressive country. So it's time to question. It's so amazing that all these things are coming out in so openly. I would really thank God nobody's filtering the content for a change. That you do get to see the dark side of these countries, these rich men, these power top tier of the world, and stop idealizing all this. Stop idealizing it. I'm not enamored by these developed countries. Ever, ever. It's good for a vacation. Because there is so much crap in their lifestyles. We depend on Ayurveda. There are so many alternate systems of healing in India. Energy systems, Reiki, Qi. Like you go to China, you have Chinese medicine, you have Qigong, you have therapies. Allopathy is not the only system of curing yourself. But in America, all this is not available to you. You're a guinea pig, and for which you will only have to pay. Kalari Patyu, yes? All this is there in India. And it's cheap. But nobody talks about all this. This they call, modern society labels all this as fake. And allopathy, which has 10,000 side effects on your body, you fix your liver, then other things will get. All of them come with these side notes of side effects. But naturopathy, Ayurveda, Reiki, all these they don't believe in. They call it mad. They question that. And you know what the problem is? All Indians are just busy sucking up to these Western minds till they don't put a stamp on you. So we are really in this conditioning that is superior. That is what is making them rich. Because you don't think you're good enough. You think that is what a progressive country looks like. That is your only definition of wealth. Your only definition of wealth is And everybody started talking like this. A yacht, you know, Ferraris, Lambos, these crazy hedonistic lifestyles. That is what wealth the US has defined it as. Power. So that is the definition of it. And I'll tell you this, it is really empty and hollow. And because they're so empty from within, they all need this stupid shit to make themselves feel better. Because money didn't do it for them. They're just trying to go to any lowest level of nonsense to extract joy, pleasure, power, perversion. Because they know they can get away with it. And it's not just there, even in the guru culture of our country. Let me wake you all up. I get to hear so much about all these babas, all these people, all the Maulavis, all your popes, these churches, wale padris, fathers and priests, molesting and raping and doing all the same shit. And getting away with it because the girls are too afraid to speak up. I know somebody in Gujarat, she called me up, a student of mine. They have some family guruji, na? Goes there, he keeps hitting on her, touches her inappropriately, but the family will not believe it. And she can't speak up, she cannot hit him because he's the Guruji. All pick up, read. So much filth comes out about these gurus, so called men in these positions. And now we will, what do we say? No, no, no. They are being framed. We will all, because we can't accept that that man could be capable of such unconscious behaviors. We don't accept it. So what do? We say, no, no, the Guruji is being framed. No girl, no child is getting up. Their parents only don't believe them. The parents only will shut their children up. If the child comes and says the Pope, pedophile popes touched me, the parents, okay, the Dalai Lama incident, right? I mean, I also, when I had babies, it's normal, right? Like, we would kiss our children on their lip. I would, being the mother of my children. That's a way of showing affection, right? It's very, very intimate, your connection with your kid. You lip kiss, my children would lick me like puppies. That's a different level of love. That is too pure. But if I'm taking my daughter or my son to, let's say, the Dalai Lama, and he's calling my child to bless my child, and he licks my child's tongue in front of me, I will grab that man no matter how holy he is. I'll whack him, I'll kill him right there, and then I'll beat the shit out of him. This is what I would have done as a mother. But all these people are sitting there and probably feeling great that their little boy is Dalai Lama telling him to suck his tongue. Where were these parents? Tell me that. Before I even go on to talking about that action, where were these parents? Are you also blinded? Osho said it openly that I have girlfriends. He's not a pedophile. Osho is not some fake person who's going and doing these disgusting habits. He is not some Siddhi Baba who's doing all this, and then on the back there are these stories coming out of what a pedophile he is. He openly said, I don't believe in all this. There's nothing wrong with sex. Everybody's free to have sex in my ashram. But that person who's honest and raw and truthful is actually looked down upon, and most Indians go to these kind of babas who will make you feel guilty for having sexual pleasure. Yeah, Dalai Lama did this. It's a video. He kissed the boy and then he said, give me your tongue. So, all the saints, they invoke feminine energy is sacred. That is why women are kept illiterate, kept dumb, kept helpless because too long women were kept, have been kept dumb and weak. And these are men telling women to be Barbie dolls. How their bodies should be, all dictated by men, men in fashion, size zero. Most of these designers are men. They are the ones telling women how thin they should be. Right? I don't know. I've never heard anything nasty about Sadhguru or inappropriate behavior. I have never heard it. So I can't comment on Sadhguru. I'm talking about what I saw in media about what the Dalai Lama is doing. It's quite disgusting. If it was my child, I would have whacked him. I would have gone and ripped him off if it was my daughter there. So I don't know who these parents are and what in the name of Godman and Bhagwan and the Dalai Lama. I don't know why so much idealizing is done. All of us can walk that path. Right? So the thing is, Deepak Chopra. See, it is also that's why Sangat, right? Sangat, Sangha. So now the thing is, somebody's asking me, how can we fulfill our desire by Shree Vidya? Right? This is the exact problem. This is the problem. This is the root cause of the problem. This very problem has led to what you're seeing in the world. This is the problem. How can I use sadhana to fulfill my desire? How can I, ma'am, will Sri Vidya give me money? Ma'am, will Sri Vidya give me a better partner? Ma'am, will Sri Vidya give me a better house? What are you different from all these people? You are no different. You are receiving a Devi sadhana practice and you are also becoming hungry. Asking for the same lame things that everybody is asking for. Same desires. Donald Trump wants to rule the world, you want to rule the city, you want to rule your house. He wants 10 buildings, you just want one building. So think about it. The Siddhas want Siddhis. Why? Then you will feel better about yourself. You will get a better watch, you will feel better about yourself. You will wear diamonds, you will feel better about yourself. You will have a bigger car, you will feel better about yourself. This is the root cause of the problem. I'm not saying the diamond is a problem. I'm also wearing diamonds. I don't need them. I don't need them. Because this need is going to drive you mad, huh? Because this need is to fill something that you lack within you. And you want to now show off. Then what will you do? Then you want to show off to others, na? Then you'll only want to show off. There is nothing else. See my watch, see my car, see my house, see my clothes. See, I am better. And there is no end to this, huh? This is the downfall which is all in front of everybody today. All gurus also in the same category because they were also doing all this for a agenda. Deepak Chopra's name there, he's also doing it for an agenda. My books have to come out. My name should spread in the scientist community. The scientist should validate me. Why the fuck does anybody need to validate who you are, what you're doing? So that means there is such a weak sense of self that you need your books to be sold in the West so that you are validated. Now you are ready to make friends with a guy like Epstein because you have an agenda. Up sab chalega. It's okay. I am ready to befriend a bad human being. I am ready to allow all nasty people to come into my retreat because I have an ulterior motive na that Epstein will give me some people connected to him. Who cares who those people are? मेरा मतलब निकलना चाहिए. So let's understand. She will give you everything, huh? Like she's given to all these siddhas, all these yogis, all these rich people. You think they are not doing all these shamanic rituals in Bali? They are going a step further. You are giving balis of animals. Then what is the problem if children are being given as balis? Giving a cow's baby as a bali is okay. But a human baby's bali should not be given. Now everybody is very sad. Right? Now it should not be very sad. Because please understand this. Now you ask me, is eating non-veg okay? You know, when you see non-veg, these are specialities. Lamb, baby lamb, baby veal, your baby calves, delicacies हैं ये सब. Fish eggs, exotic meats. Now when your babies are on the table, these guys are eating your babies. They are making those babies into whatever you are doing. Now humans are feeling very bad. No, no, it cannot be human babies. Animal babies are okay. We can eat them, we can make baby calf leather. No, but if your baby leather is being made, now it's not okay. All these women, all the Hermes, these Birkins that you are carrying, see the cruelty with which all this leather is sourced. And rich Indian women who consider themselves as Lakshmis buy this leather. They pay lakhs and crores for these leather bags. वो भी तो किसी की चमड़ी है. That is also somebody's baby, mother skin only. But now when it's happening to human children and human women and human, it's very, very gross and scary where humanity is going. But Birkin is very, very appreciated. Birkin is needed. We will wait to be rich to spend crores on Birkins. So now we really need to question, to what extent do we want all these things and at what price? What is the price we want to pay? Devi will give you everything. But then you will see na, see this. See what this desire leads to. This burning obsession, desire leads to all this. The ones who asked for Siddhi got the Siddhis. The ones that, but finally, na, we need to reach the Bindu. Final desire should be that. No, Devi. I don't want all these things that you're giving me. I give up. Only if you don't ask for the Siddhis, you can go to the ninth Avarna. At every level, Devi is giving you something. Very few people choose the Bindu. Very few people ask Devi for Devi. Nahi chahiye. I don't want the Siddhis. What can Siddhis give me? What did they give Satya Sai and what did they give these Siddhas and what did they give Dalai Lama? What did they give? Look at the defamation. Look at what these Siddhas have done. What did these wealthy people are doing? I don't want any of that. I want you. And once I have you, then I know my consciousness is upward. It is not downward. Never ask for siddhis. Never ask for things while you are on the path of Shree Vidya. Only do the sadhana with that level of purity. Because once you start asking for things, you have abused it. You could have reached the purest and the highest, but you'll fall down. Whoever you are, Sanatan Dharma, you didn't attend the whole talk. Don't just come in between and send messages. This is a class going on. And there is no such thing as Hinduism. Humans are humans all over the world. This is the same problem with people who come and say Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, and blah blah blah. So please be wise and do everything with your eyes open. Don't idealize anybody to an extent that you're blinded, that you cannot see what is right and what is wrong. Right? Don't be blinded. Asking Devi, how can that be wrong? And what do you mean by you cannot own Devi? Shri is asking. Asking for Devi herself is also wrong. It's another desire. You cannot own Devi. So you cannot ask for Devi that she'll be yours. And if you approach Devi with the same kind of obsession that you have for things, that Devi is just another thing you will have in your kitty, then again you will be unhappy and miserable and you will find something else after some time. You will say, no, this sadhana is not, making me happy. This sadhana is not. I need to find some other sadhana because this sadhana did not give me, huh? It did not give me my boyfriend. It did not give me my husband. It did not give me my house. It did not give me money. It did not make me famous. So whether you're using Krishna for that, whether you're using, I don't know, Devi for that, whether you're using Allah for that, Jesus Christ for that, that is what it is. I think, Pragya, I did answer your question in earlier classes. Please, anybody who wants to do this program, those videos are uploaded in the file, in the playlist. Go and start from day one, and you can just, this is the program. I don't know why in Sampradaya Bhuvneshwari mantra is given first in Shree Vidya. I don't know. Yantra Pran Pratishtha is done. You will do it through your sadhana. The initiation is for you to start. You should get it laminated and start your sadhana. It is possible. Tulip is asking, I want to merge her into my soul so that only positivity reflects. First of all, this is the misunderstanding. You cannot do anything. You cannot merge her in your soul. How can you do anything? We can only ask that she graces us with her consciousness, that we rise from this lower human consciousness and reach the peak of what it is, divine consciousness. For that, we will have to be very careful of our environment, of our sangha, sangat. You sit with alcoholics, after some time, you will start drinking alcohol. You sit with creepy people, perverts, slowly they will influence you to come onto their path of perversion. You sit with non vegetarian people, they'll convince you to eat non veg. So in Kali Yuga, it is very difficult. Devi will start opening a dimension in you where you will realize the truth which no Guruji can make you realize. I cannot make you realize. I have a role to play. I have just led you to Devi in a small way. That also I have not done. She has only done. She only instructs. She's only making everything happen. I am a very small part of that. I myself do the sadhana. I myself am serving her, the supreme consciousness. So who am I? Nobody. She is everything. तुम सब कुछ, मैं कुछ नहीं. Now, that is the attitude we need to develop. It will be a lonely path. Be ready to be lonely. You will not find cafes and restaurants where all this is happening. You will not find movies made on her Devi. You will not find. So you're going to be a little. She will kill it. She will make sure that it is killed. Sahil, thank you for sharing that. Sahil says, as a man, I'm attracted to beautiful women whenever I see one. So should I not look at them? Sometimes I will also want to have one. Is this not right? You tell me, Sahil. Does this make you feel empowered? Or is this your weakness? We should be very honest with ourselves. Is this my weakness or is this my power? Tell me. Anything that makes me feel weak, that takes my attention outward, that makes me feel incomplete, how is that good? Whether it is money, whether it's beautiful women, whether it's beautiful men, whether it's sexy outfits, wardrobes, whatever. The not having of which is making me feel not good. Whether it is tea only, I will say. Tea. You have tea every day. One day you don't have it, you will feel bad. That's a weakness. You will get headaches. There is no Zoom link. These classes are the sessions. If you want to attend the paid program, then it is in starting in March. For that, you have to go to ommana.exliapp.com. The link is given on our profile page. Yeah, Darsh Agarwal, Darsha. Everybody can attend the lives, and through that only, that is more than enough. You start doing it, whatever I've taught you first. But to attain moksha, is it necessary to fulfill our desires? If yes, then it is. Is it okay to pray to Devi to help us fulfill our desires? Varsha, wrong question. To attain moksha, is it necessary to fulfill our desires? Not really. It is necessary for desires to end. The ending of desire is moksha. So, is it okay to pray to Devi to help us fulfill our desire? You tell me. Or is it good to pray to Devi to end our desire? For all of you who are seeking moksha, this is an English channel. Please watch your language, all these people. Whoever you are, Yohani, you will have to be out of this. So please understand this. Whether she ends your desires by fulfilling them, whether she ends your desires through just simply finishing off your desire for giving you satisfaction, contentment, then it's confusing. Sagun is saying, how is it accepting that desires are also part of the creation to activate Kriya Shakti? So then, any desire is good desire. All desire is good desire, then, isn't it? Then, then how will you judge? How will you judge? Tell me. Which desire is good desire? How will you judge? How will you know which desire is good desire? You will, in your innocence, in your unawareness, ask for the fulfillment of that desire. And Devi, in her compassion, will give you fulfillment of desire. And then we get stuck. So, the best way, and what is the best desire to have, which Buddha also says, desire desirelessness. No, you can. I have a lot of action I do without any desire. This class has no, there is no desire for anything from teaching all this. Nobody is giving me a penny for teaching these classes. So this is desirelessness. There is no interest in anything, no interest in what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. So there is great action. I am committed. I am passionate. I'm sitting here and teaching you when I have to be out right now and take my daughter to her birthday party for something that I'm not getting a rupee from. That is not serving any of my personal needs. Yes, very well said, Neti Sharma. She said it's like a small baby asking for a knife, but mother doesn't give until the baby becomes old and mature. Devi knows what is right for us. So you can be very, very active. No, whoever you are, Pikachu, first of all, your name is ridiculous. My channel is not monetized. And even if it is, you don't have money because of this reason only, that you're so poverty consciousness, that you're sitting on somebody's class and passing these kind of comments. It's not cute, it's lame. It's really lame. And dumb people like you are the ones that this world is really messed up. It's really these kind of idiots that are everywhere. I'm seeing really dumbness, basic lack of manners. This is what the world is full of right now. That's why we're calling it Kali Yuga. You don't know how to talk to women, you don't know how to conduct yourself. You're keeping these kind of ridiculous names for yourself. If we see Sanskrit, we see the kind of names, the name itself carries so much value. And here is the fool naming himself or herself, I don't know, Pikachu. Just think of this. And at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, this person has nothing else to do but to go on a spiritual channel where some great things are being discussed and to talk rubbish. So, name, look at the name, like we're talking about, right? The kind of content you're consuming. Where are you going? Where are you headed? Where are you all going? Right? You cannot ignore everything. Because if you ignore everything, then you will not know what to take a stand for, what to talk about, when to say no, when to come into your power. Somebody is getting molested on the street, you will say, Arey, ignore, ignore. You will say, ignore. You will come across dumb idiots like this in the real world, and you will say, Arey, ignore them. And because you have ignored them, they are going to do worse things, behave more idiotic. And that is your concept of spirituality. That to maintain your calm, to maintain your 2 cents worth of peace, you will ignore a lot of shit that is going around in the world. So, Devi Shakti, all these Devi sadhanas, the spiritual path is not to ignore, but one should have a sense of inner self. And one should be able to use that power for the greater good, should be able to use that power beyond just one's own selfish desires. So, while I have given you this practice, I will also tell you this today. Don't go down the spiral by asking for small things. Ask for real things. Ask Devi to make you a better human being. Ask Devi to give you a purpose so that you can save and help and protect. Ask Devi to lead you to the truth, to clean you, to remove your impurities, to take away your lust, to take away your greed. Don't ask her to get you beautiful women because, oh, you love beautiful women. But really, ask Devi to remove this lust from you. That when I see a woman, I see Devi in her, I bow down, I say namaste, I call her Ma. Please, there are so many businesses. Look at educational business, look at the spiritual business only. Okay? Let's see if this is my business. If I'm earning money through teaching all this, it's a very good business to be in. It's the best business to be in. It's the nicest kind of wealth one can earn. So today's class is about this. Everybody has to contemplate on why you're really doing this practice. How are you going to show up in this world? How are you going to show up in this world? How are you going to use your powers? Why? What is your ulterior motive for doing this sadhana? Nothing can hinder your sadhana. Only you give up on your sadhana. Because your sadhana was attached to an ulterior motive. When the ulterior motive is not being filled, people give up on their sadhana. So the ulterior motive has to be really, really clear that what am I here to do? Can I stand up and use these powers for the greater good of all? You can lotus, kamal gatta, it's called lotus seeds. Both are good. Pearl is good. And don't ever hesitate to raise your voice, to speak up, to do the right thing, no matter what the price is. Right? What is wrong is wrong. Of course, it's wrong if you're asking for boons. I've never asked for boons. I've only always asked Devi, use me. How may I serve you? How may I serve you? That is the only thing I always ask. Every time I sit and do my sadhana, I wake up. My first thought is, how may I serve the world? How may I serve Devi? And there is fearlessness. Because I'm ready to die for it, na? So what if death comes? If I'm killed just for being truthful or speaking up? Mental peace is also not needed. Why do you need mental peace? Mental peace comes when you do the right things. Then there is mental peace. When you're not doing the right things, there cannot be mental peace. So do the right things. Clean up your inner space first. Purification. Right? Tapasya. Purification. Purification. Get rid of all the vasanas, all the desires. That's what we should be asking for Devi. And then whatever Devi gives us. Devi gives you diamonds, diamonds are good. Devi gives you a moti, lakdi ka mala is good. Devi wants to keep us in a tent by the river, that is beautiful. Wherever Devi places us. So I will connect with everybody on Monday now. The WhatsApp group is there. The link is on the homepage to join the WhatsApp community. All of you who are doing the sadhana, only for those people. I will see you on Monday, everybody. Have a great weekend.